All right, so we are at the process of putting this thing all back together. Had some parts come in today from Amazon. I think the glue that came in for the glue, the sealant that goes in between the bed plate and the bottom of the block that came in. Tomorrow we have some more things coming in. I think my bolts that actually are going to bolt in to the bottom of the block here. Those come in to no, I take it back. This is the top, the bottom. Those bolts come in tomorrow, along with the primer that goes along with the glue. The glue was expensive. The glue was like $41, but you only need one tube of it, and it's a specialty glue that only BMW really uses to help make sure that there's a 100% great seal on the bed plate and the bottom of the block. So we got that. We had some more parts come in. Got all that stuff there. We also went to an auto parts store and got the paint that we're going to be painting the paint that we're going to be painting this side skirt here, which is right here. It's already repaired. So there was a big gash here, and what I did is I actually filled that in with high quality plastic. I heated it and mended it back, and that's now good to go. So this can also be going to be grinded down a little bit, and then we're going to hit it with the white, and then we're going to clear coat that as well. That'll be done outside though, not in here. And so right now, what we're doing. I just took my Scotch pad, I'm sorry, and cleaned up the cylinder head. So that way, when we get ready to put the top heads on it, which is over there, it'll be cool. So I'm probably going to end up having to clean that over there as well. But for right now, these are good to go. I'm ready to install piston number 1 into the cylinder. But for piston number 6, I have to take off the arm and put on the new arms that came in. And we purchased 6 arms, new arms, because 6 arms cost the same amount. So I needed an arm. I wanted to replace an arm, and I also needed 12 bolts for the 12 new bolts to go into caps that are already labeled. Again, 6, 5, 4, 3. They have to be labeled properly, so that way you can put them right back on the correct cylinder. And but I know that those bolts I can't use over. So I needed 12 of those bolts first off, and I needed 1 arm. So I was actually a deal where they had all 6 arms and bolts for $63. And just to order the 12 bolts were like, I don't know, it was up there. It was like 30 something dollars. And to order a single arm was $30. So that was $62, $63 for one single arm and the bolt. So I decided to go ahead and get this pack here, which gave me 6. So if I don't use but one of them, I'll probably keep a spare one for when I do another engine, of course. And then I'll sell the other 4 on eBay for $30 each, and then make 4 times 30. That's $120 off of this set. So be on the lookout if you need any M55 arms. They're gonna be out there. You'll see me. Yuku. All right. So we're gonna do now. We got to put the arm onto cylinder as you were piston 6. There's 2 rings I gotta take off of the. There's my hand's gonna get dirty, but it's all good. So there's ring in there that I gotta pop out, and a ring on this side that I have to. Okay, there we go. So I gotta take out there's like a little clip ring in there. I gotta take that out, and then this large pin slides out, and I can put the new arm in and slide it in. I just gotta make sure I put the arm in on the correct side. So I'll make sure everything marries up. I see I got like a little dot here. Sometimes there's a barcode. There's a barcode here. There's a barcode there, and then there's also a barcode on the piston. So the piston barcode and the barcode on the side, and probably the barcode that goes on this arm, are probably all supposed to be on the same side. So I want to make sure I line that up properly. But yeah, we'll figure that out. In the meantime, let's get to putting this engine back together. All my parts should be in between today and Friday. All right, so we got our new piston arm install on piston number 6. This is the old one here, and as you can see with the old one, the reason why we wanted to change it because look how not smooth that is, which would cause a lot more friction on our new bearings, and we don't want that. Now we got our new ones on, and we can see how smooth that one is. That looks beautiful. Yeah. So I also had to make sure that I lined up the groove here. See that groove on the inside of this piston arm? That has to be lined up with the barcode on the top of the piston. And here's the serial numbers for the piston. And the serial number for this one goes to the side that says standard, which is STP. So that's how I kind of made sure I did it right. Barcode is going to go with the groove. And now I can go ahead and install that. Also, there's this ring in here. And I had to use two things to get the ring out for anybody that is watching this and they want to figure out how to do it. So pretty much there's like a little notch here. And what you do is I took this right here tool, and then I also have my little tiny flathead. And all I did was I kind of put this in here, and I kind of pivoted up. I kind of pivoted so that way it gave me a little more space. So that way, once it gave me some space, I kind of pulled it so you got some space. And then the ring right here, then I took this right here behind the ring and kind of pulled it out to got one side out. And then that side kind of popped up. And then I was able to pull the rest of it out. You only have to pull out one side. I pulled out both sides because I didn't know. But both sides went back in pretty easy. You reverse, you kind of put the top in first here and then ring it around. And then you take you can take your screwdriver again and pry on it and then use something else to push it down and it'll get back in there. It was kind of simple, but you do have to know a little bit of your angles and what you're trying, what position you're trying to push it into. I wish I would have recorded. I'm sorry, you guys. But we got the arm in, so let's go. Okay, so the next thing that we need to do is we have to line up all of our piston rings to 120 from each other, but not over the ring here. So the way the diagram kind of showed, and I need to go look at it again, but I'm kind of just gonna rough estimate. It was kind of like the first one goes there, and then there's a second piston ring right here. You want to turn that piston ring, and you want that gap to kind of be right. Where is it at? I feel it. I feel it. You want that gap. Want that gap to be like over here. So we got that one there. We got the top one, which I moved when I was turning it. I'm sorry. We got the top one that goes there. So like 1, 2, 1, 2 right here. 1, 2 right here. And then they said you don't want them straight up with this right here or on that side. So we're good there. And then there's 2 at the bottom, which are the really tiny ones. And those 2, that one, I got 1 there. I got 1 here. I'm going to put the next one like right here. Put the next one right here. So there's some little tiny small ones, and I gotta probably have to. I don't see them. There's 2 of them actually. There's 2 more little tiny rings that you can use the ring on and off. So I'm gonna have to find those. But my goal is to get them like right here. So as I'm looking at it, I'll have 1 here. Should have 1 here. Actually, probably be right here, right here, right here, and right. Shoot my camera, sorry. I should have 1 like here, here, and like here, 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 and here. Is kind of where I think I want these rings. I'm gonna check out the diagram though. Yeah. Okay, so before I get ready to install these pistons into the block, I'm gonna go ahead and oil them up because I did go ahead and adjust my piston rings. So I'm gonna add a little bit of oil to a cap here. This is the same motor oil that I'm going to be putting in the oil in the engine anyway. So I'm going to put some in the cap there, and I'm just going to try to oil up my rings since I've had these out, and I had them out, and they definitely need to be oiled because you do not want to have it a dry, oil rings and piston rings, whatnot, sliding against a dry cylinder. So I'm making sure my rings don't rotate too much, but yeah, just getting it in there, just getting it all in there, making sure the rings are nice and lubricated, nice and oily. That's what you want. And if it's done properly, it's going to allow a thin coat of oil to pass by every time it goes up and down, but not so much to where it's getting into the combustion chamber and causing smoke. That's what's not going to happen. So we don't want that to happen. Okay, so now that I got that oiled up, I got my rings where they need to be at for the most part. Let's see, that's 120 right there. I want to put it up here. That one kind of rotate a little bit. Okay, so I got those in there. I'm going to go ahead and put my little piston installer onto my piston ring. And I kind of just sit that on there. I'm going to tighten this down to where it's squeezing the rings, so that way I can install it into the cylinder. So I go ahead and put on the cylinder now. Turn so you can see that tight. All right, so now we should be able to push it down a little bit. Make sure it seats in the cylinder pretty easily. All right, we got it in there, nice and tight, Guten tight. Let's see if we can get it to slide in there. It's on, we got it tightened, and if it's sitting properly on here, we should be able to just push it right in. 2 hands, nice and easy. Oh yeah. Oh, it liked that one. That was easy. Bam. Got it in. All right. So there you have it. We have our pistons installed. Now I'm ready to go ahead and start prepping for the bed plate to go on to the bottom of this. So I'm going to turn it over, and
Light that fire under the candle, I let that wick burn. Inflation, baby, kick my feet up, lean back and learn. Get it straight, comb the braids out, I'm big perm. Ghost wheels with the center cap do not turn. Do the math, build the engine from the crankshaft. On wax, I show you how I make that bank last. Make that bank last. Make that bank last. We on wax, boy, I make that bank last. Geeked up, baby, better believe, baby. I'm on wax, boy. We on wax, boy. Ain't your man, baby. I saw your plan, baby. You finesse them boys down in the land, baby. Oh, I thought you heard all that booty shaking, coochie popping for the birds. I get my money first, and on the first and third, cause I'm smooth with it. I melt it wax for it. I got a bag for it. Then relax with it. I got attached to it. Big risk, take a big reward, get a really big whip bender. On wax, I show you how to make a bank roll. On wax, yeah. On wax, I show you how to make that bank last. On wax, yeah. On wax, I show you how to keep a bank roll. On wax, yeah. Always speak true. On wax, put them on game. On wax, always smell good. On wax, they love the car I drive. On wax, always show love. On wax, I always look good. On wax, big pocket, big pocket. What they call me, big pocket. Big pocket, big pocket. What they riding, big pocket. Big pocket. What she like, big pocket. Big pocket. What you making, big pocket.
Triple R.
look what came in today. That's not a fire alarm going on. We don't have the chirping going on in the house. We ain't in the that. I can just put my other sensor in.
I'm a big tipper.